Greetings, blessings, all praises be to the Most High. Yah, I give you praise that we are here yet another day to sit and have a conversation. And the conversation that we have is that we're going to have is a much needed one. We have to break some things down to the truth. If you're going to ever heal and deal with the thing, you can't deal with it if you're not going to bring the truth, or if you're not going to talk about what's really going on. You're not going to get to the end of it. And we're going to get to what's happened here in America, and what the possible outcomes can be with the increasingly crazy information that's coming out about what is coming into this world. And so let's start off by saying that we are so drawn and addicted to color in this country that it is beginning to be ridiculous. And what I don't think anybody understands is that there is no such thing as color. Biblically speaking, the Bible talks of tribes. They don't say white people over here and black people over there. The Bible speaks in terms of tribes of people. You hear about the Ishmaelites and the Canaanites and the Moabites. You have groups of people, the Israelites, the Hebrews. You have groups of people being thought of in tribes. So the Bible didn't speak in reference to color because there was no color in the Bible. This is a construct that was built to keep us discriminatory against people, to separate us, and to give us an illusion that everything is based on skin type. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's not how Yah sees it. Yah sees us as tribes of people. Even when they left Noah's Ark, they left off as tribes of people. You had Japheth, you had Shem, and you had Ham, who became tribes of people, right? So first and foremost, let's tear down, let's deconstruct this built construct, this false construct of color. Okay, color is something that was created by man to begin to separate people so that they could have their agenda their way, so that they can split and that they could divide. So when you think about things and you look at skin color as your description of people, you become bigoted, you become racist, you become classist. All of these things have been used over and over again, and it gives others a reason to put value on someone based on their skin, when the truth is the only race there is that matters here is the human race. Okay. And when you start to look at things that way, you'll begin to see that all people ain't people. And you can see that there's a narrative being built, right? So we're humans. That is the race, who are tribes of people or haplogroups that come from certain regions and areas, right? And some regions, areas, or continents have multiple haplogroups of people that reside, live, or originated from that continent. For example, Africa is the greatest one. Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent that has many different countries that have different haplogroups of people that live on that country. So if you look at everyone in Africa and based on their skin, say that all of them are the same people, you've already moved out in ignorance, because that is clearly not the truth. Everybody from the continent of Africa are not Hamites. There are many Semitic people, Shemitic people, Semitic people that are from or originate from the continent. So if you look at everybody that comes from the continent and say, oh, they're black, there's ignorance coming from you. So let's break this down. I have heard the most vile, ignorant things I've ever heard from people that would have naturally been respected years ago. You know, and if they hadn't opened their mouths, you would never know the level of ignorance that pours out of them. But then again, if you think that the color of your skin gives you intelligence, that just proves more ignorance, no matter which way. Or if you think that you're less than because your color is not accepted, then you've already begun the race behind. When the truth is, that was the exact point of these constructs. To give you a injury, to give you a disability before you even began. So let's break this down. Okay. That disability that was given in the color or your race has caused this problem here in America. Yeah, this problem. This problem right here in America has been caused by the fact that you're so obsessed with skin. You're so obsessed with race that if someone from another color would scream at you the answer to cure every illness in this world, you would say, oh no, but look at their skin color. They can't possibly know because they're inherently ignorant because of the color of their skin. These are I'm not saying this vainly or just coming up with this. These are real conversations that are being had, and I can't believe the sheer level of ignorance, which means you don't even know history or the origins of the haplogroups and the people that have kept this planet going. You don't even know. But the loudest, squeakiest wheel gets the oil. I get it. Okay. This is what's happened here. This is what's happened here in this country. Because this country and the people in it are so obsessed with color, the inferiority or the superiority, that real sense has been ignored. You're so caught up on color that you let somebody who is a criminal, who is a poor businessman, a thief, a con artist, a possible child engaged in things that have possibly been harmful to children, I'm going to put it that way. You've let them, because he's rah-rah about race and putting everybody back in their prospective place based on their color, that you let him take your freedom. You let him take your sovereignty. You let him strip your country. And I'm not saying the other one would have been any better. I'm not saying she's any better, but we didn't have to deal with her. That would have been a whole other conversation we would have had here. But this was your choice. You went to Yah. I'm going to say God. You went to God and you prayed to Jesus to bless you with this man as president, because he was going to make America great again. And tell the truth. The reason that you did that was because he told you that white was right. He used the color construct against you to strip you of your sovereignty as a tribe of people living here on this continent and this planet. You let him strip you of your worth because he told you that it was something more than what it was. You let him tell you that it was more than what it was. That because of your skin, you can get those jobs again. You could have those positions again. You can put people back in their place again. You can send those folks back where they came from. You let them lie to you, which has led to the greatest, which has led to the most disturbing and severe cases of cognitive dissonance I have ever seen. It's like you have become wild and nervous trying to defend these people and their agenda, and their agendas are not even working for you. When if you saw the truth that color is a construct that was created to get you to react the way that you're acting, then they would not have been able to do this. You would have come together as humans and found real cures for the problem. You see, America has had a nasty wound. It's nasty. It's really nasty. It's so infected. And this whole time, you see what happened? They slapped the Band-Aid on it and said, hey, it's going to be okay. Go and put this Band-Aid on this wound. You didn't even clean it. You didn't scrub it. You didn't put any antiseptic on it. You didn't put any antibiotics on it. You didn't even put water on it. You didn't even put soap and water on it to wash it. You slapped the Band-Aid on it and said, hey, we'll just slap a Band-Aid on it and keep on moving like nothing ever happened. You slapped the Band-Aid on that thing other than taking the time to heal that wound. Other than taking the time to clean that wound. Other than taking the time to seriously put care in that wound so that the wounds of the past have been healed and dealt with the right way. No, you slapped the Band-Aid on that thing. And then as the leg began to be, or then as whatever body part, I'm saying the leg because of my own experiences, then, I'm going to say the leg because it's what you stand on. Then when the leg began to be infectious and you started to feel the pain from it and it started to change colors and it started to stink, you started doing other things. You started diverting from the leg and say, well, you know what? I know my leg is stink. I'm going to deal with those people over there in the corner that might smell my leg wound. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I handle them so they can't see it so that I can keep on moving. Oh, other than taking care of getting some antiseptics, you said, you know what? I'm going to go over here to these people and I'm going to take what they have so they don't know that I haven't cleaned it. I'm going to take what they got so they don't realize that my leg is messed up. I'm going to go over here to this race of people and I'm going to say, you know what? Because you're here, you're looking at my leg and you're seeing me limp. So I'm going to make sure you don't never have the right to tell me that I got a limp. How dare you tell me that I got something wrong with me? I'm going to handle you so you won't have anything to say. This is what you've done. But nothing that you did really did anything to the infection that was growing in that leg. And now, America, your leg is at the point of amputation. Your leg is about to be amputated because you haven't dealt with it. And what do? You continue on with the same patterns that you have in the past, other than dealing with the fact that you need to clean and heal this wound. As painful as it may be to spray alcohol on it, as painful as it may be to get the proper dressing for it, to take the Band-Aid off and pull the scab off, as painful as that scab removal is, as costly as antibiotics are, it has to be done. Avoidance is not going to help that wound. It's futile. It's not going to help that wound. And this is where we are. Because you refuse to deal with the history of racism, because you refuse to deal with the history of the practices that you have done in this country to bind other races because you refuse to accept the fact that, yeah, some of the things we did may not be right. Maybe we should turn around and fix this so that we can come together the right way and find solutions so that we can move forward the right way. You let a con artist, thieving, crook, acting crook, ruin the country that I know you love. I know you love it because of what you did to keep it. Ooh, what you did to get it. You gotta love it. And now you don't understand why you have to work 3 and 4 jobs, why the hospital in your town is closing, why the groceries are expensive, why you can't get a house, why, I can go on, why you don't get to spend time with your children, why your children are going to schools that aren't benefiting them. You don't understand. You have to go back and deal with those issues. This issue of racism, if you do not deal with it, is going to drive you to the beast. That thing on the inside, it comes from hatred. And there is something that's coming. Darkness is coming. And not darkness as you cut the light switch off and that's it. You don't understand. Gross darkness. Living darkness. Darkness that is alive and that feeds. That's that thing on the inside of you that is hate. Masked as racism. It's a mask. As racism. That feeling comes from a real entity, and that entity is coming to take what belongs to him. And if it is in you, then you will be taken. All of this is leading to an event. All of this is leading to something that we have never seen. And we're gonna need the Holy Spirit to help us through it. But the Holy Spirit can't live in hate. He can't dwell in hatred. But that entity that hatred comes from is coming to take a pound of flesh. This is where we are. There is no way that you think America is going to be great again if the feeling that you have within you is hatred. You go to church on Sunday and you praise God and you open the Bible, and then at the same time you come out and you hate people. What do you think you're going to gain from that? Your country is going to be destroyed and invaded. And I'm not saying that because I want it. I'm here. I'm a hapless group of people that happens to be here. My tribe is here. My tribe is here. So, in some way or another, we have to deal with the consequences of your actions because my tribe is here. But what you don't know and understand is that this tribe has a source, and that source is coming to collect his people. And the hurt and the harm that you're trying to put on a certain tribe of people is going to be amplified and put on you. And it's sad because it didn't have to be this way. Because we're here. We put in, like you did, to build because we're here in this land during our time. Trying to do it like Joseph. Trying to seek Yah in it all. Even though we're here in captivity. We're trying to build something from it. We were gracefully doing our time. You mean gracefully? Yeah. Because there is a major contribution from my tribe to yours here in this country. And so this is just do the work in you. Check yourself. Do the work in you. The Yah, the God, I'm going to say God, the God that you serve when you go to church on Sundays, He's in you and He's experiencing this life through your eyes. So when you do these things, He's experiencing through you. And He's going to give you recompense for what you put out. So if hate is the feeling that's within you, which actually generates from fear, honestly, what grievance is the Holy Spirit experiencing? How can the Holy Spirit dwell within hatred? And if you do not have the Holy Spirit, what spirit are you of? That spirit that you are of that is not the Holy Spirit has a source. That source is coming to collect the pound of flesh. Come out of the construct of color. Understand the truth and the characteristics of being a tribe of people. Look at people past their color and see them for the tribe that they might be. See people as tribal. Begin to look past color and see people as tribal. Then open that book, the book of the history of tribes, and find out who is who tribally and what has been done tribally. Live from that mentality. Live from the real construct, the true construct of us being tribal. Understand what tribe you're from. Know the history of that tribe. Understand the tribe others are from and know the history of that tribe. Because the source of all things is coming. Our source is coming. And the source of that hatred is coming. This is the cosmic battle that y'all keep talking about. This is the spiritual being manifest in the physical. And because we're seeing it, that means we must be mighty close to the end. And let's have these conversations now in preparation for the event that we're preparing for. I've been saying this. Now we have a date for the event. Between September and November, this interstellar object that they're labeling a comet will be here. This interstellar object will be here. What's his source? Do you think that Yah needs to travel months to get here? Mm-mm. What's that thing? What is that thing? I promise you it's not from the Creator. He doesn't need that. That's how He operates. Whatever that thing is, this 3-eye atlas, whatever that is, it is an intelligently moving body. It's moving with intelligence. So it is not a flying rock. It is not a piece of ice. It is not an asteroid or a comet or a meteor. It has propulsion. It is moving mechanically. What is that thing? While you're so full of vitriol and hatred because of skin. Color is the least of your worries. And survival should be the most important. And we're not thinking, well, people aren't thinking about that. I do in my home. We think about that. We're tribal people. We don't see color because we live tribally. We see tribes of people. And because we can see the tribe, people for the tribes, and we can go to our Bibles, we know what's going to happen. Because the future, the history and the future of the tribes of the world is written inside our holy book, inside our Bible. So we're prepared for the cause and effect of the deconstruction of these systems that were built on race as color as opposed to tribes and race as humans. Because now you're going to see the battle between humans and not humans. What could it have been if we could have respected tribally? What could this country have been? And this video is done. That's it. That's all I have right now. Like I said, this could have gone so many different directions, and I'll probably do a few more videos. I don't know if I'll do another one today or later. I hope that this gets out to who it needs to, because I'm not really good on how to market these things or how to get my videos out. I'm not really a person that does stuff like this. I don't really know how y'all do this social media thing. I don't know how that works. I just know that God put something on me and I had to get it out, and I normally hadn't because I was caught up in the construct of race. I didn't think that what I said mattered. But now that I know that I'm a tribe of people, and now that I know that I am from a tribe of Levi, I'm from a tribe of Levites, then I know that my words matter, and that them being spoken effectively out with the Ruach is important. Yeah. So, just some thoughts. I hope it gets to who needs to hear it. Let's prepare for this thing that's coming. Let's prepare for whatever this is, this 3-eye atlas. And may y'all have mercy. Peace.